Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to DADBEAR.Downtime and another live stream of our One Day at a Time Space Engineer Survival Playthrough series. Hope you guys are having a great day. Getting off to a little bit of a late start this week, but we are going to be doing lots of playing this week with a rare exception every now and then. So, our schedule for streaming is pretty much wide open between now and late Thursday. So, we're probably going to do, there's a good chance we'll be probably doing 2 streams a day. Maybe more, who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But good thing is right now we're streaming. So, quick welcome to everybody. We're going to go ahead and get rolling so I can show you what I've done off camera. Really, the only thing I've done off camera is work on our surface rover. And it is, I'm going to say it's probably 90% complete. Let's say 85. We got some work to do on a particular area of it, but I'll get out and show you what I've got here. Okay, so what I have done is built what I am calling a reclamation rover. So this rear end should be familiar. This was the small grid surface rover wreck that we found. I was unable to find a blueprint for it, so we decided to take it and use. Let's see, we've got an intruder escort carrier coming by. Okay, so change the colors a bit, and this thing is a cargo monster. So we'll start off with the basics. We've got 6 large batteries on board, which are currently charging. They may be near full. It has 1, 2, 3, 3 medium containers, 2 large containers. It's got, of course, connector that's going to be storage, and you can see what we've got here. This is why we're calling it a reclamation rover. This is for grinding. Of course, this can be changed out. But for right now, I want to use this to help salvage some of that crashed Liberty over there, and I'm hoping this will help speed it up. So, I went with the 6-wheel design, slightly offset. There's a little bit more narrow space between the front 2 sets of wheels, and that's really because there's going to be more weight at the front than there is at the back. Just slightly. So, currently the center of mass sits right about there. But as these large containers fill up, that is going to change. So, also when the arm is forward, the center of gravity shifts forward about 1 small block. So, anyway, we've got some maintenance jacks here. I've got the floodlights up here, and these Let me tell you what, these are better than spotlights so far. A lot better than spotlights. So, some bridging. I got a cradle area that I've got set up here for the arm. Bracing for the arm. I got some neon tubes in there for some accent. I'm not done, like I said, with design of this, but it's pretty good as it is. It's pretty good as it is. We've got I got 2 gyros. We've got 3 timer blocks. We've got 2 event controllers. That's because there's some stuff I want to program real quick. That is going to require me to put a rotating light. There's a couple things I want to do right now. First of all, I got a projector on it already. I have not taken a projection of it. Blueprint, sorry. I'm not taking a blueprint of it. And like I said, I am working, we're going to do a little bit more work on this front. I got to go in and reinforce the bottom. Make sure that it's not going to get annihilated. But this is our reclamation rover. So we're going to do a couple things. I have a little bit of, we got a little bit of steel here. So let's go ahead and get these blocks put down. I was thinking about just... Of course, we'll paint this. I had to paint it gray just because that, I'll demonstrate it here. You guys have heard me complain about being able to see stuff. This is the black that it was, and my goodness, man. So hard to see things when it's that. Now I need to find out if I can put... Hey, Morbin. I'm doing great. How are you doing? On a spinny light. Should put it there. Yeah, we'll put it there. Why not? This is our reclamation rover. Okay. One thing I wish these weren't grouped in the same thing as spotlights and whatnot that turn on when you hit your lights. We got that. Sure, I got that stuff set. Let's see. We're at 100%. That's all I needed to see. Move forward a little bit. Yeah, so I worked on this off camera. Built a small platform here that I was able to do, and I added this connector just so that we would be able to offload and charge this bad boy up. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. So we got 2 large cargo containers. Oh, there's parallax shadow. Not gonna worry about the parallax shadow right now. That right there, lethal UTC encounter. That's kind of interesting. We'll have to try that out another time, not right now, but another time. No idea what's gonna happen with those. So We got 2 large cargo containers, and we got 3 medium cargo containers in here. They're all piped up to be able to handle big stuff. So we're gonna use this to go over, and we're gonna grind as much as we can off of that Liberty. I want to be able to pull as many material components back as much as possible. Back up here, dump it, and go. So got some maintenance jacks. I do need to get. This is what I was saying before. I need to get down here and lay some support blocks, blast walls. I can't do that. Oh. I'll just put it here. There. And then we're going to go to Liberty and we're going to test this thing out. I'm really going to need a whole lot more than this. I don't want to, like, I've been a little concerned. It's like how much protection do I want to put down here at the bottom? I don't really see that we're going to need a ton. But at the same time, I'm not. Let's go ahead and throw it's not going to hurt to throw that up there. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the front yet, but we'll get the front sorted too. Because I want to... I'm like this framing that I put in here to kind of like protect. That's why I ended up being able to kind of edge it out so it looks like you've got wheel cutouts. Those floodlights up there are awesome for headlights, so I'm not going to be putting any more spotlights, but I do want to find other places to put some decorative stuff in. But right now, let's get just a second. I want to get into the timer blocks. So we're gonna have a timer block for maintenance jacks. Shorten these names up. Maintenance jacks. The timer block for this is going to be cargo pull. This is going to be a timer block for connecting. Let's see. A third, fourth one. Connect. Yeah, I might need a fourth one. for the maintenance jacks, we're going to be doing no delay. Here we're going to take our groups, our pistons. Switch lock. Take a look at our mag plate. That was the wrong thing. Nope, that's right. Okay. Mag plates. That I want to make sure they are on auto lock. Okay. One of them is damaged. How is one damaged? No, it wasn't welded up all the way. Set up our the cargo full. So this is going to be silent. Cargo full. I'm not going to put it as silent. Let's see. We're going to first thing we're doing is we're going to turn off, we're going to toggle the grinder off and on. And we're going to do the rotating light off and on. I may have to do separate for on and off. That's all I'm a little bit worried about. Connect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one for disconnect, so we'll add another one in there. Be off. It's going to be silent also, and we want to set up, we want our charge on. Handbrake off and on. should be good. More than that. Let's just show. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to think. The stuff that we actually had. See, this is what I was missing. I was like, where did these cargo containers go? Yeah. Nope, that's not it. Wow. Let's do this. So that's going to change my timer box. See the accidents. That should be good. Okay. I had a clang incident while I was building this that ended up not being catastrophic, but it was pretty crazy. Trying to push those pistons down while those mag plates were locked to the cargo containers they were adjacent to. That sent me several meters into the air, spinning. It's wild. But when I unlocked them and everything was fine, it was like it hit the ground upside down and it didn't do any damage to it, so it was nice. Didn't do anything crazy. Reload. Yeah, I didn't have to. Yeah, it was nuts. I was like, I'm watching it just, and I was in third person, like just over the top of it. So it was like I was kind of close. So it's that weird. It's kind of that weird spot in between, like being back far enough to see what's actually happening, and being too close to really get an idea of what's moving around you. So I'm sitting here looking at the screen, and I haven't hit the ground yet. So I was up in the air for probably a good 15 seconds, just spinning, just like spinning. Hadn't hit the ground yet. I was waiting to hit the ground, didn't hit, and I was like, well, I'll go ahead and try to unlock the thing, and we'll see what happens. Sure enough, I hit it, and it stopped spinning, and I came down to the ground. It's probably about 40 meters away from here, like where we're parked. I know I had to be probably 10 to 15 meters in the air. Came down. I guess I didn't have enough speed to do any damage, so landed on my roof and was able to gyro, override the gyros out without damaging anything, which is crazy considering I've got that subgrid on top. It's nuts. Okay, so I am going to need to add... I think I'm going to need to add another... another timer block. Yeah, just... Oh, I don't know if I need to do that. I don't. I just need another event controller. Which I might be fine with. No, I'm going to need another one. Okay. If... Get out and do that. Those. We need a button. So that we can activate. I'm actually going to need 2 buttons. So we can activate the maintenance jacks from either side. Signs. Need a hazard sign. Are these all the same? No? Okay. I just need... Alright. Just need signs where it's materials. Actually, do 2. Okay. There we go. The second this other event controller. So that's going to be the disconnect. And I'll put the buttons. Sure, like that. Part of me's like it should be more toward the front. Even in the middle. Yeah, we'll do it in... Signs, okay. So the signs, let's put the signs somewhere. That sounds weird, I have to put it on upside down. It's gonna be hazardous environment. Go. One here. Channel 1 and 2. Those names. Both of these are going to be maintenance jacks, trigger. Undocking. That's funny. All right, okay. So let's see. I said I was going to get a timer block, didn't I? Did I build the timer block? I don't. Hey, Butch, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat room. Thanks for stopping in. Just leaving a comment. Awesome. We got flying by over there. Ooh, Raven, Hornets. Those guys are moving. Man. Screaming. Let's take a look at that. It's the Hornet. Straightforward. Raven. I like the Raven. I like the Raven. I don't know how much those ion thrusters are really doing, but okay, so let's see. Let's get our event controller set up real quick. Okay, so for docking, shoot, I still have to put the, I think I still have to put a timer block in here for, yeah, I do. Okay. grabbed one. Ooh, okay. What encounter mods am I running? This playthrough has quite a number of them. To try to simplify it to probably to what I think you're talking about, as far as NPC factions go, we have Parallax, Ember, Incon. We're also running the Assert combat system. We are also running the Trade Operators Coalition, which isn't hostile, but they are important. And we are also running the IDMC Encounters, which is a fairly new mod. And we are also running it's called Sarge's Fleet. I can't recall off the top of my head, and I apologize for that. We were also running the Expanded Expedition mod, which adds a whole lot of extra factions. But as far as those are just kind of, you know, to enhance the survival playthrough. The EEM mod does not necessarily add any preemptive, hostile, or aggressive factions. It's just more factions. You can always make them mad, and they'll of course be aggressive, but that's pretty much what we've done here. I can these are of course from the AI enabled. Got Assert. Caves is in there, although we have yet to see a cave in this playthrough. Of course, there's Ember, Incon. We do have LECC in here. We also have mods. My goodness, we haven't seen hardly any of them, which is crazy. Medved's Military Elite Corporation is there. Mercs. Parallax. Quark. These are the abandoned settlements. Scrap is from the Wreckage mod. Smugglers, of course, so Smugglers. And then we've got Space Pirates and Space Pirates Enhanced. Those are the other ones we got. As far as NPCs, if you're talking about other specific mods, using like you know, MES. That's we got a ton of different quality of life stuff and that kind of stuff. But those are the main players. These like this ship up here, this Ward of Lothian, is a Parallax ship that we captured. A Triton right there is the same thing. The Black Hawk 488 that you see kind of over there by the tower, that's parked charging by the tower, that was from a wreckage ping. And this rover that I'm working on now, just the rear end of it was part of a wreckage ping also. So just use that to build off of. So. Wow, that is a lot. Why am I? why I'm asking is you are playing vanilla and are struggling to get the new prototype bases to spawn. Gotcha. If you're talking about the planetary encounters, I'm actually having the same issue. We've only gotten one to spawn since we've been down here on the planet. And I will say that what might be contributing to that issue is the fact that we've got so much other stuff that can spawn in that you know, the planetary encounters aren't necessarily getting their chance, you know, but I think I understand your frustration. Now, if you're talking about the global encounters, we've not had any issue with that, and the only thing I can say is when you get the chance, go into your game settings and make sure that planetary encounters are enabled, as well as go ahead and put your max global encounters up to 2. So yeah, we have not seen. We've only had one, and it's actually it was right near where we landed, so we hadn't. It was right pretty much when we got to the surface that it showed up. So, but we haven't seen one in some time. Let's see. We are working on. Okay, so when we undock the event, we're going to set the event connector, lock, unlock. Yep. Set our actions, and this is going to be forget which one we were doing. Are we doing undocking? We're doing undocking. Okay. It's going to be this one. I haven't changed the name of it yet. Ugh. Okay, timer block, timer block. TV disconnect. Let's see what the actions were. Okay, so for this, we're gonna go set our timer one, set up our actions. We're gonna start with the batteries. We're gonna set these to enable auto. So break off. Should be good there. And now if we go up to our event controller, undocking, select actions, this should be simply trigger. Need. Am I overthinking this? Do I really need to have 2 event controllers? So, okay, so if we go docking here, okay, right? So docking, I want, this is going to be my connector. Lock, unlock. All right, so connector, add block. If I set my actions here, trigger, right? And then when I'm not locked, and it just trigger this. Okay. Just action 1. Action slot 1. Okay, we're gonna try this and see what happens. Let's see. My little lights are on. Batteries are... Okay. Let's see what happens here. Back up slowly until we get to our... All right. And we're going to hit 9 to lock. Okay, so my projector should be off, which it is. Little lights are off. My batteries are on recharge. And my parking brake is set, as we can see at the bottom of my toolbar. So if I unlock, I wonder what happens. Batteries are back on discharge. Our lights are on. Yep. And our parking brake is off. Okay. We may not need the second. No. Yeah, we may not need that third. May not need that third one. That event controller. Full load. Cargo filled. Be 90%. Large cargo, medium cargo. Grinder. Add all those blocks. Cargo filled, yep, 90%. Select actions, and we are going to trigger cargo full. Let's do cargo full, TB, cargo full, silent, set up actions. I think we already got this, didn't we? Yeah. So when we get to 90% full on our cargo, it's going to automatically turn the saw off. It's going to turn on the rotating light as the visual indicator. Okay, so that's good to go. I think that's it for right now. do a quick... I'm going to do a quick blueprint of this. And then we are going to take this over to the Liberty and test it out. So, and hopefully we'll get some more spawns. Of course, I put it right. Yeah. But there's going to be other stuff in the way. And this isn't painted yet, so... Reclamation rover. Okay. Go ahead and throw the blueprint in here. Takes me ages to figure out that kind of thing, playing with the vent controllers. Yeah, I'm not very familiar. I'm not very familiar with it, so it's new to me. I have to take my time. I keep trying to think of the way the Splitsy does it, and it's just like, dude is amazing. Like how he remembers that stuff. Can't tell if that's upside down. This thing is dadgummit, man. Not even close, jeez. Cool. Stood up at me. Yeah, he just said that. I need to use timer block 2. Do I need multiple event controllers? Do that. They have a decent amount of actions you can set up on one event controller. Well, the key was what? Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can set the event controller up to do. The biggest, like, what I found and what I picked up from Splitsy was that you only have a triggered, like, you only have a meets the event criteria or it doesn't meet the event criteria. Now, depending on how much you want to happen, you know, between those two things, that's where the timer blocks come in, because you can just load up the timer blocks with stuff. So that's the way I've done it. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got, awesome. We got a projection. We're good there. I was thinking of putting some solar panels on this thing, but we'll see. We're going to test this thing out right now, though. We're going to take it over to Liberty. And see how well used. The whole reason for doing it, I know that a single grinder arm is not going to be that, like, effective. But the idea was, if I can sit in a cockpit and not have to go in and out, you know, running back and forth to the connector one. Let's see if I can go to the sill. I should be able to go to the sills. I've got the suspension kind of set at my default stuff. We're doing almost 30 meters a second going uphill. Granted, we're empty. We'll see how weight and everything changes everything. But anyway, I think it turned out looking pretty good. Like I said, I'm not completely done with the aesthetics of it, so. But yeah, Splitsy does some just awesome, crazy stuff, man. But yeah, the idea was that it's like if I can sit in, not have to worry about my power running out and that kind of stuff, and just move this thing around. Ground, especially when it's going to be mostly plate. You know what I mean? So. And we wanted to build a surface rover, so I think that works. We can always go after, we can get rid of that DBS lookout tower too while we're over here. We're up to 60. No phantom boulders, please. Boulders. Once we do this test, though, we're gonna start working on. Gonna be doing some more digging and stuff. Yeah, it seems pretty stable. It is a little. Let's say the center of gravity is probably maybe a little higher than I would like, but see what stopping looks like. We don't flip, okay. It doesn't throw us forward, so. And one of the cool things with this is the way it's set up. It can easily be changed. It can be changed from, like, we could literally put drills on this if we wanted to just use it to go around and take care of boulders, or we could put 2 turrets on top and it just be a, we'll say an armored cargo carrier. Back up. And those jacks are just tall enough to lock onto the ground. So. Once we get this thing full too, I'll find out how much I need to adjust the suspension just for even, you know, kind of carry. to use, man. Be able to get it down that low. It's locked, don't I? I got the hinged elbows in it so that I can do like what I just did. I can move it down and up. So. Yeah, Butch, those are planets. This is a custom star system I made. The longer I've played on it, the less proud of it I am. The planets are too close, really. I've got a new star system that that is much more spread out, more I'm going to say realistic. You know, I mean, it's better. We've been playing this playthrough for quite a while though, so um, for what it started out as, it's worked. It's worked well enough. So riding up on something blocked down there. Hmm. Right now we're just collecting stuff. Again, nothing super exciting. This is just something I wanted to get started on. We do need to fill it up though. We should get a decent amount of besides steel plate. I think we should probably get I think there's a decent amount of metal grids we'll have here too. So back up a little bit. Oh, bring it up. Can't tell what that is down there. I think I know what that is. That's a interior turret. Omega. So the progress is not going to be fast, that's for sure. This is almost kind of where I wish I had my crane. Crane grinder. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Might be the way to do it. Come on, you can get it. There it is. Down more. Be able to get all this stuff here. Do it right. It'll take a while. Not that I didn't really know that, but still, it's one of those. Pirate bomber. UTC bounty. Oh, hold on. What do we have going on here? TC. Space Pirate Bomber. This is the UTC bounty. Now, does this mean that there's a bounty on this ship by the UTC? Is that what that means? It's hard to tell. Big ship. It would not be easy to get to. Gatling guns. Huh. I'm seeing some stuff I'm not used to seeing, so. Let's see. That's put that specific hinge on your hotbar to let it go up or down. Yeah, I since this is the first time testing it, this is going to help me figure out how I can make it more useful, toolbar wise, how to set my toolbar and everything. So we are only talking one grinder, so again, I knew this wasn't going to be like super efficient. There's a part of me that wants to check that guy out. Okay. Let's see. Hinge B is locked. So let's get... If UTC has put bounties out on some of these ships, it's going to be an interesting way to go about it. See, that's UTC military. I don't know why they're mad at me. There's no reason. I don't know, anyway. Some of these I don't understand. I haven't played around with stuff in so long I kind of forget how to do it, but let me do it real quick. Now we got a loose piece up here. Shouldn't be that one. Okay, so once we get done here, can I make I know what I need. I can put a if I put a program block on here, I can put the park script on, and then I can probably use my mouse. Kind of. Forget. Oh, it's been a while. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put a program block on here. So I think the park script is what's gonna work best for us. I know, I'll get it, I'll get it, I'll get it. Do that one. Okay. Might actually have to read up on this. I haven't used this script in a while, so I might have to. I haven't since I made the Red Rover. not going to include hinge A in this group at all. Group of architect, all the ship's controllers. Best in suspension. You want script control. That's right. I gotta have a. I have. Like Lindsay Buckingham's song Rover. Concept like the rover ideas. Thank you. Yeah, Red River was a great one. Loved that one. That one turned out awesome. I don't think I've made a better. Well, not. That's probably it. It was a fantastic rover for the lunar surface. It was just wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't breakable. You could break it, but man, it took a lot. And the crane setup on the back, like if you're picking up wrecks like drones and all that kind of stuff, it was perfect. And an opening tail bit, you know, tailgate, so you could load stuff in the back. Pretty good. The Kuma 4 is really awesome. Love that one. This one's pretty nice too. We've made a couple good, decent runners, surface runners. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. This is and see where to see roll. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read through this again. Put a great little rotor with jump jets, a large grid battery, an ore detector attached to its back. It lasted me a long time. You should rebuild it. Yeah. Yeah. Did I ever do? I don't think I ever. I think I built one with a large grid ore detector on it just for the experience of building it. But I didn't use it. I ended up not using it, so I can't really say that that was really something that I probably made a whole bunch. I think it was more, yeah, it was trying to to replicate what I saw Splitsy doing. See if I could duplicate it. I should be, yeah, I was gonna say I should be touching that. Oh. Yeah. That was one thing with the Cascadia Dream series that I never got around to doing was the drop off of the Red Rover. I had some stuff set up for it, but just never got around to getting it. I actually had Mom Bear was going to do some voiceover for me, and like I said, it just didn't work out at that time. So break this down there. That should allow me to get that ladder. Go. Yeah, probably will. I probably will. All right, let's see. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I think proof of concept is a go. Efficiency is not the best. Let's put it this way, and what I think I want to do from here is we'll go ahead and take this up to that Incon DBS lookout tower. We'll take that thing out, gather everything we can from it, because it should have some ice. We can bring that back with us. See how fast we get going up this hill. We're good on power right now. We've hardly used any power, which I'm kind of surprised, because even though we weren't like that far away, I would expect it to be, we would be at less than 99%. $35, not quite. I didn't see how this thing's nose spot. It's cool. Let's move some of this stuff. Get much better than that. Let's strengthen that front up a little bit. Still a little lower. Hmm. Do 10. Looks all right. This way it doesn't seem like we're driving into the ground. It's better when not fighting gravity saves power. Yeah. Still doing 30 meters. That's not bad. I like those hunchback drop ships. I do. Never caught one. Check your pings. Funny if he's coming over to this place. Have we ever put a Gatling gun on this and an autocannon? Yeah, it could be a pretty neat little just rover. I could replace one of the medium cargo containers with a survival kit. That would pretty good spawning rover. Respawn. to see how the suspension handles the bumps too. There. 24, 22, 21, 20. Still wasn't bad. Granted, we had some momentum on our side, so probably wouldn't be the same from a dead stop. This thing's going to have interior turrets on it, so we're going to need to be mindful here. So I got I'm not seeing any Gatling turrets on this thing at all. Rail guns. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's oh shoot, where'd he go? Did he despawn? He did. I was highly tempted to go after that one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make this. Shoot, I don't have an antenna on. I don't have an antenna on the rover. There it is. Need to get one. Yeah, that thing is, that's awesome. I didn't see any Gatling turrets on that. Did you guys see any? I'm serious. I was like, that's why I was like, I almost decided to go after it because it doesn't look like it has any exterior turrets other than rockets and assault cannons and artillery turrets. I have no idea what's got inside it, but you know. Yeah. Did have the big rail guns on the side of it, so I mean. Okay. So we are going to get to work on tearing this one down. Before I do that, though, I need to make sure. Everything is transferred to us. Let's take a look at what we have. I'm expecting a little bit ice and interior turrets. Yep, that's it. Okay. Hmm. Plenty of metal grids here too. Not yet. Don't need to do that yet. Off. Yep. Okay. Same thing over here. Maybe no. Okay.
Inventory is full. Maybe consider changing game settings.
Here's batteries. Huh. Could, bring the chopper over here and grab the batteries. Wouldn't be a bad idea. You guys get to see the chopper. Let's see. You can put those chairs. Yeah, I thought about it. That's why I kind of peeked out to see if maybe that was something I'd want to do. Look at look. little lights on, rotating. See, that's not that's not accurate. We're not at 90%. Sucks. I have to get in and check that out. Get that figured out. Why that's not working the way it's supposed to. Let's see.
Inventory is full. Maybe consider changing game settings. Inventory is full. Maybe consider changing game settings.
Maybe while we're here, we'll get something else to spawn. That'd be nice.
No matter how hard you push, that will never fit.
It's kind of funny. Did not take the AND gate in the event controller. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, econ. Load. Yeah. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to check it out. Morbin, it's kind of funny you brought up the interior turrets thing. Splitsy making that mod because
Inventory is full. Maybe consider
that new series I posted about. Yeah, we're not gonna have that mod in here. Not gonna have that mod, so it is gonna get. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really ugly. Gonna be dying a whole lot.
Warning. Please check inventory for extraneous tools.
Okay, let's see. What's interior plate? Yeah, they are. I want to learn more about AI drones. You can do a tutorial on it. I'm not. My AI drones are not my strongest game. I don't mind. It actually. Drones may actually end up being a big part of the next playthrough I'm getting ready to start. Once this fieldwork update comes out, once the new update hits, which according to Zero, he thinks it's going to be the next couple of weeks. We'll see. Once that one hits, we're going to be starting a new playthrough. So let me say this: another playthrough that will be a much. It's going to be a difficult playthrough. It's going to be hard. I'm not like trying to get myself to rage quit, but it's going to bother me. It's going to bother me. So, but I was thinking about it, and
Inventory is full.
because of some of the restrictions I'm going to put on myself for that game, drones may end up being a big part of like trying to get stuff done. So, looking forward to it. Even Mom Bear kind of got a kick out of it. I just think she likes to see me get angry at video games. Yeah.
Engineer. A
Yeah.
steel plate cannot get to your inventory.
Yeah, but this. Oop. Oh, we might be full. We are full. Holy crap. Okay. Need to put a. Let's put a marker right here. Move current position. We're really going to see how this suspension works. It doesn't look too bad. I don't know how slow we are. Ugh. Squishy right now on the suspension. Ugh. How this goes. I'll have Splitsies tutorial, but maybe no, I've watched the same tutorial a few times. I've even like built it up. Built it. And even with the tutorial right there, I still couldn't get certain things to work. So. Oh, we're up to 30. Let's go through this. Oh, man. That's not good. Oh. Oh, I blew something up. What did I blow? I know. Yeah, I know what I did. I blew the drill up. That sucks. Is anything else damaged? So it was just the drill. It's kind of stupid. Should have mag locked it. Should have mag locked it. Come on, you got it, buddy. Go. Yeah. I'm gonna get them to work. I just, like I said, it's the attempts that I've made not working has just meant that I've had to put it low on my priority list. So up to 33. Oh. Glad I got that blueprint taken though. Yeah. Yeah, it just takes time. Just takes time. Weird ship. I'm hoping that by getting rid of that lookout tower, that will trigger something else to spawn here soon. Something that we can actually do something with. Seeing those batteries though on that lookout tower, that's really do need to come and get. I need to come salvage those from both of these now that I've gotten. I mean, that's 4 batteries. $23 meters a second. Come on. Well, we've been going almost 2 hours. Okay. Which way I did this? Came over the last time. Going this way. I think I can follow this valley around. I think I'll be all right doing that. Way to do this. This way. This is a nice little valley though with these ledges. Kind of give that tiered Structure or terraced structure on the side. Yeah. Granted, they're not very, I mean, it's not a deep valley, but it's still kind of neat. It's kind of cool coming over the top of that hill, though, and seeing our base. This is still a good haul. We're at 98% on our batteries. I don't think there's any reason for me to throw any solar panels on this. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to get loud. I did not. I was just thinking to myself, I gotta slow down. Okay, that was dumb of me. Dumb stuff going on. I keep... Probably didn't need to do this because all the parts I need are probably in here. Let's see any other parts busted. Man, that was dumb. Need to extend the platform out. That's part of the problem. I was waiting for that bump. Nope, my event controller didn't do anything that time. It's not cool. Well. This stuff unloaded. Good load. If this is a viable use. Brakes on. Charge. Marked. That's not what I wanted. That's the helo. Connector. No. Connector. There we go. Switch lock. Everything is unloaded. Really charged. That part of me is tempted to go get those batteries. All right. Okay, guys. I am going to need to take a short break. We've been going for 2 hours, and we're probably going to be going for a while longer. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to grab something to eat real quick, bio break, all that kind of stuff. Then we'll come back. In the meantime, what I'm going to do, one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to sit. I'm not going to pause the game. We're going to do a quick save, just in case something catastrophic happens. I'm not going to pause the game. I'm going to let it sit here. And I'm expecting... see you on in a bit. Yeah. From what I understand, the planetary encounters are like 15-minute spawn type thing. So if you don't, this is what I've been told to do. Sit still for 15 minutes. So, like I said, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back shortly. In the meantime, throw that up there, and so anybody stops by can see that we are going. We're just currently taking a break. So probably make a cup of coffee, do some stuff. So I'll be back shortly, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. If you can't hang around, I understand. I appreciate it. Let me do a quick. I have an assert bison out there, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. So, all right, guys, I'll be back. Thanks so much. Hey everybody, we're back. We're hanging. On that break. Get the title card out of the way. I've done a quick look. Fortunately, I have not seen any new spawns. Oops. Shadow flying by. Still have that UTC encounter over there. The reason I think our event controller did not work is because it did not recognize the replacement connector, even though it has the same name. So. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to extend this platform out a couple more blocks. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like any new spawns. Butch, if you're still here, thought about putting a sorter on here, but right now I'm not sure if I want to limit this to one way direction. So that's why I haven't put a sorter on it. I don't know if it's quite 10 or not. No, I'm going to need more than this. What I grabbed at least. So here. I'm in the States. Florida. How about you? Oh wow, you are the second person in the last, I guess, about a week uh, that we've had come visit us from South Africa. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna worry about plugging this guy back in because he's pretty much fully charged already. What I do want to do is I need to start looking at here. We are going to be ice. Yep, ice. Get rid of this block. These will go back in. Just gonna kind of clear this way so I can start grabbing this stuff. Let me see, where do I have our drill? I'm going to start clearing some of this ice, and we're going to... Actually, hold on a minute. Production, let's look at tools. What is a level 2 drill gonna... Silver? Do I have silver? I guess that's the question. I think I do. I do. Alright, let's go ahead and make a tier 2 drill. Perfect. My plan is to... We're going to dig this out. We're going to collect as much of this ice as we possibly can. And we're going to expand out into the area underneath the work. Okay. Bet I've got too much now. Yep. I do want to collect this ice so that actually so that should have rolled away. But let's see, that's 3. Might be able to get away with that. Further this way. Stuff. We can put a drill down. Should be able to there. If we can. Let's see. Yeah, that would be ideal right there. All right, let's see if we can do that. Grab me. Come on. Little more. Little more. right. Something I never really noticed, seeing that cylinder spin inside that sleeve. Never noticed that before. Wonder if I can get... Don't think I can get out any further than that. Golly. It would be easier to tunnel, but I don't want to tunnel. I want to collect as much of this ice as I can. And it's only about a block. As you can see, it's only about a block thick. So, if I tunnel it out, I'll lose all kinds of stuff, so... How should I try to do this? I think I can move it forward one. Two gens are working. Okay. Yeah, piston was what I was thinking, but at the same time, the collision boxes may prevent me from actually getting it to move the way I want it to. Hoping I can get... Do it that way. Do something real quick. Oh. Construction components. Sure, I want to do that. Be the better way to go. I want to close off getting through there. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to place that there. None whatsoever. reason at all. So I need to change those to conveyor blocks instead, or conveyor junctions instead of pipes. Okay. The idea here is that I'm trying not to mess up the surface voxels too much. So digging underground and keeping the surface voxels is kind of what I've wanted to do, but the easiest way to actually get this done would be to do a drill rig that drills down and takes out, you know, this large space. But again, that wasn't what my plan was. Make life a little easier. Three, 1, 2, 3. I agree. Underground would be better in the long run. I really don't want to waste that ice, though. We haven't done a full exploration of this planet yet, so I can't say this is a fact, but to my knowledge, we have not seen any evidence that there's any surface ice. It all appears to be underground. It's just in small little pockets. And we need to build up a stockpile of hydrogen to get back to space where our mothership is. So. Let me think. You know, with piston, maybe hit box. Well, no. It's possible. It's possible that it would. It's just hard to say. I do have... Well, that might work. Subgrid might be able to get it to do something here. I'm gonna try this real quick. Sorry. Goodness, man. Need that. See, now it'll stick. Yeah, it's the pipe it won't work with. That's annoying. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. We are going to go with... Let's start with a small grid piston and drill. That's a good... Yeah. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's try it. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to need... Give me... Might be able to do it with a hinge, too. I'm going to do it with a hinge. Small grid piston. And then I want 3 small grid drills. See if we can do this. We may have to add a second piston. But in fact, I'm going to go ahead and get one ready. May work. That was bad. What the heck? How did it break the head? Did the wrong thing. Ah. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and get... Get those going. It should start pulling some stuff. Okay, piston. Don't need to do that. I can do that down here. Let's go. Three. A lot of pistons. Ah, sucks. It's gonna work though. Fire. It's wild looking. Okay. Off, bring the pistons back in. To add more pistons. still had the drills selected. Ugh. Goodness. I'm having a day. You know. Right. Neat, man. Lock that hinge here. Dangerous IMDC encounter. What's going on there? Question is, can I get... True. Get what? Two more pistons. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Get 3. Might be able to get 3. It's gonna be close. Let's see if it fits. Does. All right. So we got a chance. Saying there's a chance. JK. Peace and 2. Right, babe. You be safe, okay?
I'll text you.
All right, thank you. we go. Those guys set up. Should give us a good the idea of getting as much ice as we can. The two generators are getting such. Don't want to go much further. We may be getting out like to the edge of the work pad. Pulling the slightest bit of ice. 61K, that's not bad for well, got enough room to put a big drill in. at the hinge. I'm gonna go. A big piston in here now, and then we'll waggle it back and forth. Thing. So this will hopefully allow us to get the most, the most out of the ice without wasting it. And at the same time, clear the space underneath there. Need to keep an eye on. Or this thing might start dragging. That's it. Get in here, grab the stuff, start clearing it out. Nothing crazy. Happy biologist. Be snacking, guys, so I'll try to keep the noise down. I'm gonna say it's the same, but it's very similar to shivering scavenger. Like the hydrogen version. Like the wings. I like the wings. Good. Looks like it is. Nope. The other way. You have, I should have picked up a pretty good amount. Nice. So, get down here and I'll clear out some of this. feel like it's gonna make that swing just fine. Up here. See, not this. I think if this is going to be like trying to figure out what to do with this space. I guess that's what I'm trying to come up with. Actually, I was, Butch. Sorry. I wasn't on mute for long. It was only for a moment. I've been trying to think of what to work on next. I don't want to do the defense installation. Head over to Bailey's Folly and start collecting that material. That might clear some space for spawns for us, so go ahead and head that way. And hopefully we'll get some other wreck detector pings along the way. Yeah, I was. I was eating. I have an inner fat kid I call Guillermo, who is a snack monster. Need to be looking around just in case I can catch something. Hey Butch, there is another thing you can do. I think it was Pandemic Playground did a video on how to increase the spawns of the planetary encounters. I'm pretty sure it was Pandemic that did it. He's one of the he's one of the bigger or more he's one of the well-known Space Engineers content creators. So hold on a minute. Getting a warning on the stream here. Bitrate on the stream is lower than YouTube recommends. It's the first time I've noticed that message before, so still very novice when it comes to the streaming stuff, so. I appreciate that. Yeah, the time lapse. And I kind of went through that. Went through that learning curve too when before we were doing the streams. Of, you know, how much to cut out, how much to speed up. You know, how long was too long of a video. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Good. He's put himself in some crazy situations too. And it was actually because of them that I was thinking of that probably not going to do it. Probably not going to do it. But I was considering meteor storms for this next playthrough. And I was like, well, if Pandemic did it in his one series, and I'm trying to make the series, you know, that's get me out of my comfort zone, that would definitely do it. That's fine, but when it is nothing but, it's a bit much. Yeah, it just, I mean, it really just depends, I guess, on what part of the story you're trying to tell. You know, you can't always every detail. So, like, how much do I want to sacrifice for brevity? Especially because people's time is valuable, you know. He says as he approaches the 3-hour and 45-minute mark of this stream. Oh, man. Yeah. I think what we'll do here, we'll get over to Bailey's Folly. And kind of want to take stock of everything that's over there. A lot of the stuff is just going to be grind down type stuff. I want to say we did not have the drill the last time we were here, so we weren't able to hit some of the YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Okay. You guys let me know if you're seeing because of course I can't tell. I can't tell from my end. What you guys are seeing. If you're seeing skips or jumps or anything like that. So here we go down the hill. Yeah, we'll get over here. I know there's some stuff that we weren't able to, because we didn't have the drill with us when we first captured this place. Okay, you're good, Butch. All right. Like, there's no reason why I feel like we should be able to take some of these facilities here and just relocate them over to our base. Try to come up with like a I'm gonna say a village setup, you know, like we've got the main base, nothing unusual on yours. Okay, well, good. It's just weird. You know, we may want to stack some of these buildings, because some of them are pretty straightforward residential buildings or barracks. Like here, the gas tank, like this hydrogen tank, I want to say it doesn't have anything more in it than steel plate. So it's not really, well, that's not true. Okay. There's going to be, it's going to have some interior, conveyor tube stuff down underneath. I know that. Let's see what this has actually got. It's got a little bit more than that. It's got some computers, some small tubes, steel plate. None of the large steel tubes, which would be that would be the most valuable thing. So, like this I'll probably grind down. I don't really need to save this. And this actually goes down, and I only know this because I've dug this thing out before. Let me, I'll show you what it looks like underneath. Okay. Nope. Be underneath. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's the remote control, which is needed for spawning. But then it's got these pipes and such. Like, these are the things I just have to be, I have to be mindful of if I'm pulling the whole building. You know. But like this, ooh, somebody hanging around. Take care of him. Anyway, so like I said, some of the buildings are obvious residential pods, like this one we just came from. And then you've got others that are more, I'm gonna say, commercial. Probably the best way to put it. Yeah, commercial. See, I was drilling down. I did get that one. Okay, we did get down there. So this would be like the office building. This is just a bunkhouse, really, right there. Take those turrets down. Look at all this. But that's what this is like these buildings. Like, to me, there's no reason why we can't grab those. I'm gonna have to dig them out. We'll see how much patience I have for that. But dig them out and then bring them back to the base. And we'll just use them, fix them up and use them. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Anyway, I'll probably do some of that off camera, get those pre-staged, and then depending on how big they are, I might bring the we can either bring the chopper over to move stuff. I don't know if the chopper is going to be able to pull a whole building. I don't know if it's going to be able to do that. So we may have to use the Triton for that one. Let me go ahead and pre-stage here. And then yeah, YouTube's freaking out right now. Can't maintain a smooth stream. Anyway. So why don't we, since we're almost 4 hours into this episode, yeah, the Blackhawk's lift capacity, I'll tell you what, it did not struggle with the large grid batteries. It didn't. It was perfectly okay with it. I mean, you could, and I think you and I actually, we kind of brought that up when I was first kind of figuring that thing out, that the way its thrusters are set up kind of does a pretty good job of mimicking the some of the maneuverability limitations that a helicopter has. But even with that, it was, like I said, I'm not saying it was super easy, but as long as you weren't being stupid with it, it didn't struggle at all to get those large grid batteries put in place. So I don't think building though. I don't know if a building is going to be possible. So, but let's do this. We'll go ahead and wrap up here for this one. I'll take a break for a bit, and then I am probably going to be coming back and starting a stream of Let's Make Contact. So like I said, the next couple of days I've got more availability to stream and play than I would usually have during the week. So I'm gonna try to make the most out of that, get as much done. So we got some subterranean work to do, and Let's Make Contact also. We got to expand that cargo capacity. But this was good. We got out. We were able to test this rover. I think the grinder arm, you know, it was functional. It wasn't necessarily efficient. I don't know if it's something I'm going to replace. Unless, I mean, it might be, you know, find something else to replace it with. Anyway, turrets or something. Anyway, but the rover itself seems pretty good, pretty stable. The only thing that went wrong was I thought I had it locked, but I guess I thought I had the hinge locked. Yeah, it was on. Okay. Don't know. Don't know at this point. So but thank you guys so much for coming by this stream. Hope you like. If you guys got any suggestions or whatnot, let me know. Keep seeing these new lethal UTC encounter. I'm saying it's a lethal encounter. That makes me curious. I'm interested. So I thought we were pretty much done. Probably adding on to Shepherd's Pride, but depending on what these guys carry around, who knows. So, but anyway, I'll go ahead and save here, and I'll jump over. Throw that up, and we are going to yeah, I know, curiosity did to the cat. I'm gonna take a break for a little bit, maybe half an hour or so. Get out, stretch my legs, go for a walk, get out, play with the pups, and then I'll be back for a Let's Make Contact stream. So thanks again, guys, so much for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. Can't thank you enough. I'll be back shortly. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and always be safe. Close that visor, don't forget your dampeners, and I will see you on the other side.